I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laakson.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It's the men's draw reaction here in Miami. I can't wait for this one. We had Carlitos Alcaraz. He took the first part of the Sunshine Double. Can he do the second half of the Sunshine Double? He did it last year, and he is the reigning defending champion. Daniel Medvedev, he's in the draw as well, and he'll be looking to get some revenge over the young Spaniard, no doubt, JG.
Yeah, one thing I want to start with is these courts will suit Daniel Medvedev more than the Indian Wells one, so that gives him a good chance. If we are to get a match of Daniel Medvedev and Alcaraz, you'd think it would be a lot closer in Miami than what it was in Indian Wells. And the other part is this is a genuine draw reaction because I've not seen the draw at all. I've not had a chance to look through it. I don't know one single matchup. I know you've got the screen ready to share, so you probably had a few look at some of the matches, but I don't know a single matchup or where anyone in the draw is. All I know is Alcaraz is the number one seed, right?
That's correct.
And what? Who's second seed?
Tsitsipas.
Tsitsipas is the second seed, so I didn't even know that.
There you go. So number 3 seed will be Casper Ruud. I believe 4 seed will be Daniil Medvedev, I believe. But we'll go through it. We'll have a look at the seedings. We'll start at the top, obviously, with Carlitos. We'll look at his route to the final, and we'll go down and we'll pick out some of the best matchups from round one, which we can get our teeth stuck into, which we'll probably be covering here on the channel. Obviously, we've got some good ones on the women's. Andreescu, Raducanu, the pick of the lot on that side.
And are we doing the draw preview tonight?
We are indeed. So join us for that. That'll be 11 p.m. GMT. Good if you're in the US because it'll probably be around, I think it's about 4 in the afternoon, something like that. I can never get.
And one important thing for that draw preview is we will be playing player roulette. So we'll be spinning the wheel. So there's a good chance of winning a prize. All you have to do is make sure to join the Patreon. You can do so now and you will be added to the roulette.
Game to Love presents, now exclusive to Patreon. That's right, it's Player Roulette.
Player Roulette. Yeah, hopefully I get someone better than Nakashima. I wouldn't mind an Alcaraz this time. I think he's the big favourite to win Miami and get the Sunshine Double, but let's wait and see. We've got Arthur saying, hey, just finished watching your predictions for the women's. Great timing. We won't be giving predictions right now. We'll be doing that.
Bless you.
Excuse me. We will be doing that later on this evening. However, we will be giving our thoughts on the draw and how things play out. So let's get straight into it. And we'll start off with Carlos Alcaraz's section being the number one seed. And we can see he has a bye. The first name I'm drawn to is Andy Murray. Andy Murray lurking in the shadows in the section of Carlos Alcaraz. That is a dangerous unseeded player.
Very.
And if you go down a little bit, we've got John Isner there as well as an unseeded player in this section.
Yes. So he's just down here playing fellow American Emilio Nava, just down here. But we see with Alcaraz looking at the top, Andy Murray, the name that jumps off the page straight away. He'll be fancying his chances against Dusan Lajovic, no doubt. Maxime Cressy, always an awkward customer on any surface, I would say. So you're never quite sure what you're going to get.
America specifically as well. And of course, Tommy Paul and Taylor Fritz, two of my favourite American players who... I don't know. I have part of me thinking now that Fritz could knock out Alcaraz. I don't know why. I have a feeling.
Well, they both have the same physio, the Wolf, Tommy Paul and Taylor Fritz. So it'd be interesting to see.
Tough. I think this is a tough draw for Alcaraz.
Fokina, he's been playing pretty well recently too.
Yeah, but he doesn't trouble me against Alcaraz, does he?
No, not really. But fellow Spaniard, you never know. Could have a bit of a clash there. Interesting to see who come out of this one to really compete with Carlitos there. I feel he's got an easy second round there. He should get through that fairly easily. Andy Murray, you'd think it would be him to get here to play Alcaraz. That's the popcorn match that we want to see. And then moving into the fourth round, you're probably looking like, I think Tommy Paul's in probably the best form out of everybody else there, to be honest. So should we move down a little bit, see what Fritz has got on his plate for Miami?
I mean, Fritz doesn't have much on his plate apart from Holger Rune. No offense, but initially looking at this is one of the weakest sections I've seen. Shapovalov, terrible. Schwartzman, terrible right now. You look at Guido Pella coming back. I mean, what sort of player is he at the moment? Varillas on a hard court, don't fancy him. Kyle Edmund, I thought he'd retired. I'm just going down here and I can't say a good thing about anyone apart from Holger Rune. So it is a shootout between Fritz and Rune to take this section.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm quite interested to see how Yibing Wu gets on as well, playing obviously Carl Edmund in that one. Not a bad draw. I saw on Twitter earlier Kyle Edmund fans doing his route to the final. I'm like, really? Is that what it's come to? I'm not sure he's going to be maybe even getting out of that first round, if I'm perfectly honest. So I think that Yibing Wu could have a good run here, though. If he gets all the way up to Holger Rune, I think that could be a really interesting matchup. Wu, Rune.
Yeah. So, I agree. I think we will get that matchup, but I feel Rune will have a little bit too much, and I still feel it's between the two big seeds, the 7 and 9, Fritz and Rune.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And that could set up, obviously, a quarterfinal matchup with Carlitos, whoever wins that. So we could have the Holger Rune versus Fritz for that matchup. Moving down, Casper Ruud, last year's finalist. So he's defending a lot of points here, Casper Ruud.
Just quickly, sorry, Fritz, Rune, would they play in the round before the round of 16?
Yeah. They would be playing in the round of 16, yeah.
Yeah, so they're in the same quarter as Alcaraz, so they would
quarterfinal.
The winner of that will play the quarterfinal against Alcaraz. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You got
That's good.
Right. So moving down, Casper Ruud defending 600 points for being a finalist here last year, and that's not good for him because I don't think he's coming into this in very good form. Could we see him sliding down the rankings maybe if he doesn't get a very good performance here in Miami again? Wait and see. We've got Ivashka. I'm not sure who the qualifiers are. There's a few in there, but I'll probably Ivashka in the second round. Looking down here, Agut. Maybe this is a good little section here, but then again, we've got Zverev and Sinner lurking.
No, Sinner's in the next little bit, isn't he? But yeah, it's very open. I would say it's an open field here. I'm not sure who's going to take it. Maybe just go down because you've still got Rune in there, Ben.
Let me go down a little bit just to remove them. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not the best layout. This one probably should have used the one on Wikipedia. I know Ed made to say it's better. We will do that for the future because it's difficult to work out where everything is. I prefer them graphics where we have the different quarters and they're all in different images because it makes more sense. However, just looking through this, I think Zverev will be happy because it's an open field. Really, that's top. Yeah. The bottom side with the Sinner, Dimitrov, Kecmanovic, and Monfils. I mean, we've got Rublev in there as well. So Rublev in the section, this one, the two gingers.
Always get paired together, don't they?
We've got to, right now, I think Sinner's playing better.
Yeah, I would say so.
And I would like to see a Sinner-Rublev matchup, but I would favour Sinner right now.
That would be a fourth round if they do get to meet. So we could have some really interesting fourth round. If we get Sinner-Rublev, we could have Fritz, Rune. That's exciting. And then we could end up with some amazing quarterfinal matchups. This one, I don't know. Agut could cause some upsets in that little section, but is he in good form? Not really. But you never know with him. He could have a storming tournament. Should we move to the other section? Any other names you aren't in bold that sort of jump off the page to you?
Lestienne. Wow, look at him go for France.
I love it. But other than that, not
will
really.
Will he beat Fanini? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any other standouts there that I would pick.
Monfils, but he probably loses to one, but...
Yeah, we got Bublik Wolf. I mean, That's sort of the pick of them, really. Okay, move over to the other one. This is
Just
the
quickly,
top.
we've got Patrick in saying Zverev has a documentary on right now in German TV. I don't know how many episodes it will have, but episode 1 just aired. That's interesting. I didn't know he had a documentary coming out.
That's interesting, yeah.
If they, I don't know if it will be in English. I'm assuming not, but maybe I can have a listen if I can access it with some English subtitles.
Yeah, that would be good. Send us the link, ping it over on Discord if you can, and we'll have a look
And as
at that.
Gene says, why is no one talking about Zverev? He did run at Medi really close, and he's got an open section. If he gets through a goot, he could have a good tournament in Miami.
It's there.
He's coming back to some form, definitely.
Let's wait and see if he can keep that going. We got Hurkacz. This is the one that he won, I believe, Miami against Yannick Sinner. I think it was it 2020?
Yeah.
Trying to think to the year that he won it. But looking down here, it looks like his section, Ben Shelton sneaking in at a 32nd seed.
Sorry, I don't even see Hurkacz on the screen.
Sorry. We got that overlay on. Apologies.
Yeah. There we go. So this is the Hurkacz bit with Ben Shelton as well. This is tough.
Tough section.
This is tough because I think all of them are good. They're good seeded players who could go far. Cam Norrie loves the US. Chorich, capable. Dimonor playing well this year.
Yeah.
Anyone's. Juan Shang, we both like him. Zizou Bergs, another unseeded player who we like. They're 2 wild cards and 2 really good players as well. So this is an open field altogether. Your guess is as good as mine who comes out of it.
Yeah, that's really tough. You'd think a big server out of those top 2 there, that they could have Shelton could have a real run. If he manages to get past the likes of a Hurkacz in this tournament, that would be incredible for him. It's great to see him with the potential to really just build on what he's already done in the game. So I'm going to move down away from that section for now. We'll have a look at the next part where we had Alex de Minaur there, and we just make sure that I've got the right sections here. So we've got that top section ends at Norrie. Okay, so we'll move down to Alex de Minaur for the next section. There we go. Right, and we've got Berrettini in there, not playing particularly well.
Well, he's just dropped down to a challenger last week and lost in the quarterfinal to Shevchenko in 3 sets. So I'm not really filled with a lot of confidence. Also, against Vukic, he just sort of got through in straights, but struggled. Lucic was like 6-4, 6-4, so very close as well. And I just think Berrettini is not in some good form.
And Medvedev probably rubbing his hands together with that little section. You could have had a lot worse. Berrettini, Nishioka being the seeds.
Is de Minaur in this section?
Yeah.
So I was sorry. I was reading it on the last one. I think it is very confusing, this. I feel we need a better setup for the next one.
I'm going to try and keep
Apologies, guys. We won't have it like this again.
I'm trying to keep it just so that with the top one is the top part of the section, and the bottom one will be like 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So it'll just be down to Medvedev, that section.
Okay, so let's have a look at Felix. I don't see any other result but Medvedev advancing there.
No.
So Felix, on the other hand, I don't think I see him advancing because I'm looking there and you've got TFO, and he's not going to be happy, Felix, to be drawing TFO, who's playing very well. I predicted him to do well at Indian Wells. I also predicted him to do well here in Miami as well. And I'm looking down here, Dan Evans, he won't be a seed for much longer. Sarundalo is a good player, but I don't think he'll compete with the likes of Felix. So it's between TFO and Felix, and my money's on TFO.
Sarundalo, he needs a good event. He got to the semi-finals last year. I think he'll be dropping a lot of points off and could be sliding down outside the seeds after this tournament, unfortunately for him. Dan Evans, not really been at the races at all. Like you said, TFO, the danger man right now over in the US.
Gene making a good point. Hubie defeated Medi here last year, and they could meet again in the quarterfinal. So as much as we're saying Medi's section's good, when he gets to the quarterfinals, maybe not so great because he potentially could have a Hubie Hurkacz.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, I don't think it's going to be him. It could be a Ben Shelton.
Could well be. Hurkacz has won it before, though, so definitely does like it here. And moving down to this last section, which is the Tsitsipas part, I think he'll be fairly happy with this little section, to be honest, Stefanos.
Yeah, Baez, But I'm not sure about him. Not sure about Musetti right now.
Lehechka floating.
Kachanov is possible, but Lehechka as an unseeded is so dangerous. And didn't he play Tsitsipas recently? Not sure if he beat him or not.
I believe so. I think that rings a very big bell in my head. I'm pretty sure that you're right there.
I'll just have a little look now.
So
they played. No, they played at the Australian Open, and Tsitsipas won in straight sets.
So why would that ring a bell?
And in Rotterdam, they played as well, and Tsitsipas won in 3 sets. The Lehechka did take a set off him.
Still a tough match for anybody. Lehechka right now.
He's only getting better as well. So
yeah,
I think it is, as an unseeded player, Khachanov's not going to be happy. And I'll tell you who isn't going to be happy, Musetti.
Yeah, I mean, Musetti.
Probably not going to win a match here in Miami, Musetti, again.
I'll be trying to avoid him on the player roulette again. I don't want
Musetti myself.
I
don't want Dan Evans either.
Sebastian Baez either.
No.
But it's looking like Tsitsipas has a really good section up until the point where he gets to a quarterfinal where he could have Felix or Francis TFO. Yeah,
and he hates playing TFO.
Exactly.
So that could be tough for Tsitsipas. He needs to improve drastically, but in my mind, his head's already on the clay. I think he's carrying a little bit of an injury at the moment. He's just trying to get to some match fitness up. His focus, I don't think, is these events. And I know you can say no player goes into an event trying to lose. I'm not saying he's trying to lose, but I don't think this is his priority. The focus for him is to prepare for the clay and get ready for that.
Yeah.
Because he's got a real shot of winning Roland Garros. He's a good player. He's got to the final there not too long ago. And he plays best on the clay courts at the moment. So I think he's got a good chance if he can dedicate himself to it.
Yeah, we've got Medvedev there. Obviously, quarterfinals would be against Hurkacz. And down the bottom, it looks more than likely we're going to get Tsitsipas versus TFO. I would say is the most likely one down there. And then you could have a potential TFO Medvedev again.
Right, let's give some unseeded players to watch. So in this little section, my main one is Lehechka, not Dominic Thiem for me.
Yeah, Lehechka is definitely one.
Let me. I want to pick one dark horse so I can see.
Kubler?
No. Okay. Keep going. Might have to stick with Lehechka. Is there nothing else? Go up?
No, that's it. I can go up to the other. That's it on that side.
Yeah, I want to go to the other side. So the other side, although this is the Alcaraz side, it's probably not a good place to look at. Keep going. These are all trash.
It's a bit harsh. Rusevori. I'd say maybe Ugo Humbert. He came back to a bit of form recently.
Is that the end of it? Okay, then I'm definitely set on Lehechka. Lehechka's going to be my dark horse and the one to watch in Miami.
I'll go with Yibing Wu then.
Kyle Edmund.
Yeah,
you're highlighting Edmund.
I'm sorry, I meant Wu.
Just say Edmund. If you want to say Edmund, just say it, Ben. We know you're a big
bring
Edmund
up his
fan.
route to the final.
Yeah, let's bring up Kyle Edmund's route to the final.
Let me see if I've got it on here. Let's have a look.
Because we only do serious stuff on Game to Love. So let's have a look at Kyle Edmund's route to the final.
Edmund, Miami.
Snell actually likes Yibing Wu. I think it is a good one. Playing very well. I believe he won, was it Dallas?
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I can't find it now. It must have.
Yeah, he won Dallas. He beat Isner in the final. And Indian Wells, he beat Munar and lost to Fokina.
Interesting. Well, there's too many routes to the final for him. I can't say. Oh, no, here it is. Right, I've got it. There was just too many Edmund tweets to get.
Yeah, and talking of British players, Jack Draper, I don't know if you saw that, has withdrawn from Miami. He wrote, the injury I picked up last week needs some time to heal and recover. My number one goal at this time is to play on the tour consistently. Thank you for all the support. So, no Jack Draper in Miami.
And there you go. There's the route to the Miami title for Kyle Edmund. Wu, Schwartzman, Holger Rune, Fritz or Chapo, Alcaraz or Paul, Ruud, Rublev, Sinner or Tsitsipas, Medvedev, FAA and Hurkacz in the final.
Yeah, I think they should just give the title to him now.
And Here's the one I just put together earlier, just in case you want to know what Alcaraz's one is. See if you can complete the Sunshine Double. It will be a bit of Bagnis or a qualifier, but we don't know who they'll be yet. Cressy or Murray, Fokina or Paul, Ruud, Fritz or Shapo, Ruud, Rublev, Sinner, and then Medvedev, Tsitsipas, Tifo. I should have put Hurkacz in there as well. Sorry, I was trying to get put together just before we went live, and I couldn't find a route, so I quickly wrote it in. So let's put that in there. A little bit of pencil, Hurkacz in with that one as well. So just give me a second. I'm just going to have a little look through the qualifiers as well, just to see who we could be having potentially. Well, there could be a potential second round matchup against a qualifier. I know Skatov's in there. I know that there'll be a lot of people eager to see how he gets on. He's into the last round of qualifying. So the last round of qualifying, I'll bring them up for everybody so you can all see. Just bear with me one sec. And this is it. Okay, so last round of qualifying will be Nuno Borges versus Borna Gojo. We got Chris O'Connell against Yusuke Watanuki. Jordan Thompson against Thomas Mahak. No, it's Mahach. Sorry, get it right this time. We got Skatov versus Melangeli Alves. We got Zhang versus Struff. Kokkinakis pair. Oh, what a final round of qualifying match that is. Will Benoit pair make it into this Miami
He's playing
Masters?
well at the moment.
Christian Garin against Tabio in the all-Chilean affair. Altmaier Blancano. Kovacevic, Vukic, Eubanks Klein.
Come on, Klein.
Kotov, Albot. Some great
Come on,
qualifiers. Misalik, Safulan, and that's it.
Yeah, some really good qualifiers. Hopefully Skatov goes out. Can't have you gloating about that one. But let's wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for joining. That is our draw reaction for Miami. Make sure to join us for the preview where we'll be giving all of our picks and selection later on tonight. If you want to join Player Roulette, all you have to do is join the Patreon link in the live chat, and it's easy to do, and we'll add your name to the draw where you can win a prize. Make sure to enter your brackets. We'll be going through ours later on the tennis app. But for now, we'll love you and leave you. We'll get back to work, and we'll see you later on tonight. Thanks for watching.